All right, today we'll be doing lab 9-4. Um, Again, we're back in the VMware of University of Arkansas because we'll be doing more SQL Server database stuff in Excel. And so just like always, we're going to go ahead and import our data from the SQL Server database, and I will go ahead and bring you back once we've typed it all out. All right, and here we have it. So same server as always with Dillard's as our database. So what we're doing here is we're going to select our year from our transaction date, and we're going to call it year. We're also going to select our state and city, and our transaction amount. We're going to sum that, and we're going to call it amount. We're going to pull this from the transact table, and we're going to interjoin our transact table with our store table using the store columns that we have. What we're going to pull is where our date name for month is January, and the state is going to be Arkansas. So we're going to be pulling the information that occurred in January in the state of Arkansas, and then we're going to group them by the year for the transaction date, the state, and the store, and the city that it occurred in, and then we're also going to order it by that same information that we're pulling there, right? And then we're going to click OK. Okay, and then we're just going to click load here. And I'll go ahead and take y'all out of the wait. That's what we're going to do now is we're going to add two columns. We're going to do our city sales tax rate. Then we're going to do city sales tax owed. All right. Go and expand these. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go and go back into our documents here, and we're going to pull up comprehensive lab 4 because this is going to contain, here we are. So we see it contains our information for the city sales tax rate. I'm going to go and copy that over into here. All right. All right, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is select that out, and we're going to insert a table. All right, so now we've made that into a table. And then we're just going to do, just like we did with the states, we're going to do a VLOOKUP for the city with our table array being this. Our column number is going to be 2 because we want to look at the sales tax rate. And then we want a false or an exact match. There we go. And then, so we can see here that Mamil Online is NA. That's because these are the online stores. And back in 2015, or 2014, 2015, 2016, the online sales were handled differently tax-wise rather than how they are handled now. And so that's why we're getting a not available or an error in these. Next, we're going to go and do round, just like we did again before, times. All right. And then we're going to round it out to 0 decimal points to make it a round number. Enter. And again, we will have this error down here. All right. All right, so you'll see I cheated a little bit. I added online to Mamil because it looks like we do have it here in our tax rate. So that kind of solves all of that tax problem. Now what we want to do is we want to compare 2014 to 15 and 2016. And see, we have it vertically, so we want to make it horizontally. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're actually going to go ahead and make this into a pivot table. Make sure, yep, we're pulling all of that, and click OK. So here we are. And so now we're going to go ahead and pull our year into our columns to make it vertical, pull our city into our rows, and then our sales tax owed into our values. We want to do a sparkline with it, so we don't need the grand total. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go over to our design, turn it off for rows and columns. And there we go, so we've gotten rid of it. And over here, we'll go ahead and do insert and sparkline. And our data range is going to be here. And our location range, yep, E5. And we're going to go ahead and hit OK. Then we'll just drag this down. So now we can see our spark line for 2014, 2015, 2016, and that'll be the city sales tax that's owed. And so using these spark lines, we can tell that for some of these, we're seeing a constant increase from 2014 to 2016. And in some of these, we're seeing a small decrease from 2014 to 2015, and then a decently large increase from 2015 to 2016. And with that, that should be the end of Lab 9-4. Thank you very much.